We have a new AI image model called Ernie Image. This is an open-source image generation model coming from Baidu, and this one did pretty nice on text rendering, comic-style images, as well as anime styles. And I have also tried the photorealism, which did pretty nice as well, but, something always has a give and take. So, we're going to take a look at Ernie Image. As you can see in their blog post here, this image generation model is quite small in size. If you're talking about the diffusion transformer parameters, it's only an 8 billion parameter model. It has a nice backend for text rendering, especially it's supporting multi-language text rendering. And for prompt instructions, it's able to support really complex text prompts, thanks to the text encoder, and especially running with language models. Now, we're going to check out what kind of language models, text encoder, VAE, and the diffusion model itself need to be downloaded locally. And now, in ComfyUI, the first thing is support in ComfyUI natively already. So, we're going to play around with different styles of images, as well as testing the strength of this image generation model. Notice in the comparison for the benchmarking, it's really similar to Z-Image for the benchmark. In some ways, Z-Image is doing better, but then they're almost close to the same when you see those benchmarking results. And as well, it also competes with some closed source models too. So let's check out how to download this AI model. First of all, on Hugging Face, there's two types of model weights for Ernie Image. The first one is the base model, and there's another model, which is Ernie Image Turbo. Now, I'm going to use the turbo models because these are able to generate faster with 8 sampling steps. The base model is going to run with 50 sampling steps, as it's mentioned in their blog post here. So for consumer PC local running, I suggest just go with the turbo model. It's good enough, unless you really have a high demand, want to generate very detailed stuff, like a billboard poster. So, as I just mentioned, ComfyUI supports this AI model from the first day of its launch, and we can use it. So make sure you have downloaded the latest ComfyUI update, as well as the model itself. We have 4 model files that are required to run Ernie Image. The first, of course, is the diffusion model, Ernie Image Turbo. And the text encoder. It's using Mistral 3, a 3 billion parameter model. As well, there's another one called the prompt enhancer, which is the Ernie Image prompt enhancer safe tensors file. This is specifically trained for this image generation model. Lastly, the VAE model. It's using the Flux 2 VAE. So all these diffusion models, you're able to download directly in ComfyUI from Hugging Face repositories. There's a link with all of that diffusion model, all the 4 files, directly clickable and downloadable in the note here. And all of that is going to be put in the model folder, the subfolder for diffusion model, text encoder, and VAE. So follow this file structure, and you're able to run this without problems. Now, I have created a chart for, so far, what I have tested, something that's coming also from the Ernie Image official site as well. So, the text rendering. It's doing excellent. The structure of layout, especially for comic styles, canvas panels, posters, you want to do a mock-up for your app interface, it's doing excellent on those, because it does follow prompt adherence pretty well, especially when you have multiple subjects, multiple complex text required on the detail display on the layer. For all those layout designs, it does pretty well on those. As well as anime styles, some aesthetic artistic styles, it can do really clean. The photorealism, I will say, it's not going to be that nice, compared with Z-Image Turbo. Since Z-Image Turbo, as we have all tested and already run it for months, it does really well for the realism aesthetics. And this AI model is actually doing something, not focusing on that, but rather for other purposes of work. So, as you can see, I just generated one image, a middle-aged professional woman with a dark leather jacket with clean sneakers and laughing at the work table. And as you can see, if you just overlook this image, it's okay. But if you take a closer look at those details, you will see some awkward things. For example, the table. It looks like this, whereas the table surface is going to twist or not in the right positions. And sometimes, if you have mentioned the skin details, it will be getting some oversaturated texture for skin. So, for example, like in here, if I want to do something like Z-Image Turbo or other image generation models, you want to add wrinkles for the character. Let's say this middle-aged woman, and we're going to put natural freckles. This is going to be way different than without mentioning any skin texture text prompts. It will be getting some weird texture when I have tested like almost 100 of this image generation with this model yesterday. I find out that it will be something looks like this. Or, if you have, one of the weird examples that I have generated is this one. I mentioned detailed skin texture in the text prompts. It does give me really crazy things, as you can see right on the arms here. It doesn't look like a normal human. It's like reptilian skin. And this is another image generation that I did before with that woman text prompts, without those skin texture keywords. And it can be doing a little bit better than the one that we just saw, with overburning texture of skin like this. So, let's do the experiments again with this same text prompt. And this was the text prompt that I added for skin texture. And if you have some keywords that have similarity of this text prompt, you will have something a little awkward. So, here was the text prompts that I was used for that image. And as you can see, once I do like natural freckles or wrinkles, something like that, you will be creating something over-textured on the skin that is not looking like normal skin, basically. So, if I'm not doing all of those things about skin texture, it is back to normal. So yeah, this is what it is for this image generation model. Don't use that like some other AI models do. If you want to generate aesthetic styles, photorealism images. Now it's back to a little normal of human skin texture. At least, it's not going to be having too many dots on the face. So, here's another example that is using for the comic styles. And we can also test this about the text rendering as well with different speech bubbles for the comic's character. As you can see, all those speech bubbles are very clearly showing those texts without gibberish letters, and as well, it all does follow my text prompts on the left side here. So let's break down the detail in this text prompt. So this is a story talking about K-pop with zombies, and we have text of the first panel coming from this one that I'm highlighting. So panel 1 is in the backstage room, that the K-pop idols saw the smartphone have breaking news of the city lockdown. So it does show the text on the speech bubble, and it does also get the character's additional speech for the emotions raised up with this bubble here. And then, panel 2 in here, it has followed. What we want is that some zombies are breaking through the door. And going to panel 3, which is going to have the text of the door breaking, and we have another speech as well for the bubble. Notice, this one has some error for the placement, with this text that I'm highlighting is going up to the first panel. I have tried different seed numbers, so let's say I switch other seed numbers and try to generate again. It will be getting you some hit and miss sometimes. But overall, for the text rendering, it is correct. But the placement for those texts on the comic images, it sometimes will be hit and miss. As always, this is what the AI generation model is, so we gotta do like a few times of generations to get the right one for the image. Like in this one now, it's getting a little bit better for the 3 panels that we have for the K-pop idol. So another example is that when I put not black and white color, it is also doable with 4 panels, here with a 2x2 comic grid, so this one is able to showcase how this AI model is doing the prompt following, since we have specifically mentioned the top left panel in here, what it is doing, and each of that grid, within those specific panels, has what image is containing, as well as all those speech bubbles are able to do the text rendering as well in here. So all of that are creating like comic styles. And of course, this kind of image nowadays, you can use it in video generations, something like CDancer 2.0 or Kling AI 3.0, those frontier video generation models able to run this kind of image into a sequence of video. And speaking of anime styles, it does pretty well on this AI model. Especially I have, well, putting one of the famous characters in here and try to prompt it with actual series name, as well as the character's name, is able to produce this image here. It looks amazing that it does understand what I'm trying to do in here. I have changed the text prompts a little. Not looks like too much of the original of the character. It's also doing pretty well. So, for example, I have this one, the swordsman that has similar outfit, but then I have changed that to not mention the names of the character, but it does also produce something that looks pretty nice like this. I changed that to another anime character styles image. And yeah, just, not trying to copy exactly that character. You can use some similar text prompts that have that character's special things, and you can put that into your own text prompts, but you have your specific creations of whatever that is. Especially something like this. This model looks pretty fun to play with, especially if you just add the title and the character back to the text prompts. It does still give you pretty exactly the same character as you see in the cartoon TV show, like that. I have also tried this with comparing with Z-Image Turbo. I put that group in here. So, well, you guys can test it out as well. This is just a side-by-side comparison of how the Ernie Image Turbo and the Z-Image Turbo are performed. Like, you can do the same text prompts together. Maybe have a string for the text prompts connected with both having the same text prompts, and see how that will look like this. So, something like this, you can compare the same text prompts with Z-Image Turbo as well as Ernie Image Turbo. Both generate differently, like the styles, how that looks like, is really totally different things. So, I will share this workflow in the video description below. You guys can test it out also. If you want to really make this image model generate more detail, better high resolutions, you can try out, like in this example I did, using the standard way of upscaling. As what I have, from my perspective, of a standard way is that having two samplers. One is for the base image and then another sampler. At the end, we can use upscaler models. In this case, I have used the Seed VR2 to do that. Or you can use the faster way, the RTX Super Resolution node, to upscale it to 4K. This is another way to make the image, starting from 720p up to 4K resolutions as well. So for examples, like this one that we have a similar one-piece character with the text prompt description only, and I try to use the 3 stages of image generation. So the base image and second pass sampler, and then the upscaler, is able to create a 4K resolution like this. We have been able to do the comparison before and after image generation. You can also play around with this, with multiple groups for Ernie Image. Similar concept like Z-Image Turbo, how it runs for the sampling pass, multiple steps as well. So far this image generation model looks pretty fun, with different variants, different styles, aesthetics as well, for image generation. It's not bringing just the realism styles that usually people use to generate, like, AI influencer or woman, those kind of images. But then this one is more likely to have different entertainment purposes as well as working purposes. You can use that for the text rendering, as well as comics and cartoon anime styles, like this. So yeah, that looks pretty nice, that we have varieties of different AI models nowadays. Not just 1 or 2 styles of image generation models, as always. So check it out, Ernie Image, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya!